The stars are bright. The end of history is near. The final battle is joined. Let's begin. As, at least for the opening phases of the war, I don't want to fully mobilize. I only need to bring enough bodies to tip the scales in our favor over the Romans. Where just on paper, just for straight up comparison of bodies, 132,000 Imperial army there should match up quite well against the Byzantines. So speaking, just hypothetically here, we don't need to send out too much support. Maybe. We'll see. Importantly, remaining solvent and wealthy during the early phases of the war.
Your gold is always welcome here.
Through effectively timed tributes such as these. That's going to give us more flexibility for deciding how we engage further in. Whereas the Byzantines, as I've just looked at twice, are already economically on the ropes from the other fighting they've been doing. Also, yes, this pile here is of event troops, so I don't think they suffer attrition. That is usually the rule for event-spawned soldiers. Which, speaking of, do we still have an honor guard? We do not. Do we have an unwed child? Right, our current generation was a bit thinned out. We're about to need to jump ship to another branch of the family, dynastically. We spent all our grace to get the war started. Yes, we will destroy Rome to destroy the moon. After nearly 700 years of calculation, we have determined that while our own realm is the point on Earth nearest heaven, this is the point on Earth nearest the moon. We must strike at its heart. I mean, for some amount of the war, we're going to have General Shang here, who we know is unbreakable. Really, we just don't have any grandchildren. Well, no, we have... Yeah, we have the one niece. That's it. By the time she's of age, we'll probably have enough grace to get her a nice imperial prince. It's fine. Our own forces can number up to 90,000. Okay, good. Good. Our in-between sister has died with dignity. We now have a direct line to tiny baby niece. Succession secure-ish enough. Time is nearly over. We don't need to worry about too much in the way of long-term stability of the dynasty. So I suppose we're heading for Persia. Get the band together into 2 stacks of 14. With about a third of our army in motion, we're still making hundreds of gold a month. This gives us the power to escalate later, when the proper time arises. Right, so through Pudgeman, we even have that fine local base of operations, thanks to previous maneuvers to secure Holy Lands. Add 1 more unit to that pile. That seems more proper. Libationer. Study sorcery. Also keep up on those purges. Now that we've established the full, undeniable moral authority of the Way. Time to take theology more seriously. "1,000 years of unbroken Yan scholarship have proven the rightness of our methods." Okay, some elements of the Imperial Army are suffering attrition. A little bit. So they're not immune, or they have some non-event soldiers. Oh, they get reinforcements, though. Alright, so whatever those are. Oh, they bought some mercenaries with their imperial levels of cash. General Dow over there. He seems alright. I mean, with this much money, we could buy our own mercenaries as well. Have some army on here full-time. Yeah, they bought the Phoenix Company. We could bring along, like... Yes. This is destiny. Welcome home. Ride with us, Turtle Company. Ancestral allies. Enduring friends. They stopped having land centuries ago. They still exist. Mercenary companies exist off-board. Still making $36 a month. 400 gold a year after about a third mobilization and buying a high-level mercenary company. It's alright. Alright, the general's first unit has reached target area. The real decisive question here is going to be how much war score we can beat out of northern Iran. It's entirely possible that we settle the war before the Byzantines can even get an army out here to face us. For once, the Imperial Army's bullshit of being immediately spawned as one unit, fully marshaled and ready to go, is working in our favor. We have concentration of force. Yeah, that's my levies. Those are going to hold back in friendly territory for the moment. And the mercenaries will move up immediately to join the retinue on the front lines. Our units that can reinforce in the field will stay ahead. Our units that rely on friendly supply lines will hold back. And now we're losing money. Why, though? I guess just quirks of the display? Trim it back then. Given the choice, I would take Tortoise Company over equivalent number of our levy troops. It is preferable to have those in mercenary form. Ah, there we go. It's because we're paying for retinue reinforcements. That's what's spiking expenses up. Which, if we can reach balance while also reinforcing the retinue even, that's even better. That's our full war economy going on then. Which... if I throw away another one of these... there we go. Just keep... yeah, a 10,000 reserve standing over there. There will be minimal conscription during this war. Yo, what's up? 10,000 Georgians. Also, for once, a situation where I'm actually going to send my treasurer out for additional tax collecting, rather than doing the general prosperity thing. Also, the previous Basilius, who we declared against, is dead. This child is now in his place. This tiny purple baby, who is still also wildly in debt. Yeah, already 19% war score out of the bits of occupation that the Imperial Army is doing over there. We will contribute our fair share to that, and maybe have ourselves an opening good fight. They're coming over here, lightly damaged, and this is Mountain. Mountain in mild winter, and our backup is going to show up. Which convinces them to run, as they would. Come on, Turtle Company. It's not a real war till you get here. So what this war will do, if when it succeeds, is the title Empress of Byzantium will cease to exist. And this purple mass will promptly splinter into all of the subordinate titles that are no longer vassals to the dead crown. Rome will end. Alright, let's see. Yes, we have fortunately... no, they aren't currently at war with the Pudgemen or the Taglabid. Interesting. They're experiencing occasional raids. Some of their vassals are fighting other places in the Middle East. There we go. Understandable. Yes, all King and Emperor level titles will be destroyed upon victory. Alright, I'm moving this unit in. Let's expedite a bit more sieging. The Imperial Army has quite courteously taken point over there. And since supply limits put a pretty nice soft cap on how large any army is going to be at one time. We are pretty safe here. Favorable stars govern this war. We carefully measured the alignment of the orbs before beginning. I don't even have any epidemics going on right now. The nature of the Boar Score system in Crusader Kings and its various firm, kind of arcadey limits really weren't made with such a big CB in mind as this. The limited wars that are packed into most normal Crusader Kings fights are more suited to this idea that you can win and be done with your war after a relatively local scuffle. Alright, there's some tangible resistance. Practice whatever you want in the privacy of your home, but if you list on official government forms that you practice the way, to do otherwise is fraud and rebellion. There can be no mercy for those who disrupt heaven's will. Commander Sham may no longer be with us. Oh well. Put forward our best, though. It's time for a fight. I am wary, though, since Byzantines are going to be heavy cavalry focused. At least the Greek portions of the Empire are. No telling how many Greek troops are actually out here, but they have many large horse. That is their move. Yeah, that's 1,000 heavy, 1,600 light. Whereas we actually don't have many riders at all in this army, since it's our mercenaries and our retinue. We have a tiny number of heavy cavalry over here in the levy stack. Our many pikemen should be a counter to riders pretty well. We'll see how this shakes out. Also, we have the mountain working for us. Yeah, the opening numbers look sound. Good exchange rates on health and morale, but this is still just the skirmish. And they are reinforcing a bit. Let's reinforce ourselves. Alright, our backup will get there first. And their backup is suffering attrition. This is all looking well. It is done. Heaven's will is served. Behold, the three Georgias, Armenia, East Armenia. Let's see, how much of this was formerly under the Byzantine border? We have extended Syria, Egypt. This is also Georgia. There's Italy. This is also Georgia. Here's Pex. Bulgaria. There's some Armenia over here as well. More Bulgaria. There's Greece up here. Trebizond, looking good. Yeah, Trebizond. This Bulgaria here, Bulgaria over there. More Trebizond, more Georgia. Bavaria. Heaven's will is served. See, is Byzantium just independent now? Byzantium is now Paris level. Paris level, Mercia, and Constantinople. What's in here? Alright, just a Duke of the Aegean Islands. And over here, the Duke of Jabal. Wondrous. Homeward bound. The final battle is won. At last, the world is at peace. We have destroyed the final Rome. There will be no others. Yes, that is definitely overpowerful. The Imperial invasion. That's an idea that does not function right under the way Crusader Kings does wars otherwise. You would need to greatly suppress the war score value of any given territory. Byzantium, in all of its, Europe-spanning mega power, was shattered because we beat up a couple of folks out here. Like, let's see, oh, there's still some kingdom level titles, alright. Basilios the Tormentor, King of Georgia. Those survived. Yeah, definitely needs, like, a take out the capital as the actual objective sort of deal or something. It's a war that would be easier to implement under Europa than here in Crusader Kings. The Roman Empire collapsed because we beat up some hill folk. Our conquest of the Mervins was too much for them. Byzantine Empire could be recreated. It is a de jure title at game start, so it is there on the land. If any of these kingdoms manage to reclaim enough of that, they could be further Basiliae. Because the realm is so big on paper. Though that's going to be very difficult to reassemble. The Pope did not regain the Vatican. Rome is part of Greece. Under despot Romanos the Unchaste. But yeah, overall, the ways the late game broke down to this campaign were pretty normal for how late Crusader Kings goes. We did alright. Could have been bigger, could have been smaller. Had to do a couple of loads. Peasants. How can there be love in the world when peasants are rude? Regardless, the moon is dead. These feeble, mortal creatures will never recognize the magnitude of the peril we rescued them from, but it is done. Nice. No leniency for rebels. To take up arms against this realm is to swear allegiance to the moon. Your corpse god cannot save you. We have completed economy. All business is known to us. All wealth begins in Yan. We'll just spend these final years cycling up to our full power. It may take some time. We don't normally need this. $2,100 gold per year. Welcome, Shlomo. As it was in the beginning. Heaven's will is served. Let our passing mark the end of the old age. Today, a new world is born. How much grace do I need? For a prince. Just 500. Commander Talon, you're promoted. On your way. Go negotiate a little workplace exchange. And our dear old father will get to take over, maintaining spiritual unity. The book has served its purpose. This was just one step on its journey. Yeah, just wait until we can get this kid properly initiated into the mysteries. 3 years. Okay, good. Dad is now regent. Need a new spy master. One of our vassals managed to build themselves a kingdom. Weird. Game. What is this? Yes, it further seems like since China isn't an actor on the board, they don't think about anything. And again, there's never an opportunity to use your grace to negotiate with them. This just happens. We should be able to respond to this, though. An invasion of only 60,000 Imperial soldiers is something we can fight. Hmm. 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 Launching your first attack without any generals leading the force. Interesting. Oh wait, there they are. And there's another 20,000 of you that materialized out of nowhere. China. downright indefensible at times. Also, wait, hold on, what are these? When did my protectorates jump ship to China? Why was there no announcement that this had occurred? Just stop communicating when things happen to the player. Why would I need to know that? Alright, this is unwinnable then. There is no response to this. Unless miracles decide to start. Very shortly. Because China spontaneously develops claims on the edge of the map, because why not? Why not? Why not? Nice. You can't use grace to request peace in the middle of an Imperial war. Why would it do that? Why would it do that? Why would your investment in a mechanic allow you to interact with a system? Hmm. Do you even have a tag? Hmm. The state of things when there's not even a console command that resolves that. Bizarre. Roll it back another year. Years don't take nearly as long as you think when you're in the middle of trying to cope with that nonsense. Yeah, don't tell the player when the very important load-bearing diplomatic sheet of tinfoil between you and spontaneous 70,000 event troops collapses. Just don't mention it. That's not important. And don't have the fact that I just spent 5,000 friend coins on having a wonderful brotherly time destroying Rome. Why would that influence the behavior of this in any way? What, friendship, trust, honor points, what would those mean? What kind of system's that? Crusader Kings is showing its age. It is grossly overextended and needs to be chopped down into something more coherent. For something as old as it is, it's remarkably playable. It has problems. So yes, at some point, sight unseen, Shang stopped being my tributary and defected to the Western Protectorate. I was not informed of this. And start plotting murders until I come of age. Hmm. No money. Due to a mix of vassal disloyalty and overextension of domain. Have your birthday so I can fix this. There. Now all is well-ish. Well adjacent. Why do you bring this nonsense before your Empress? So a takeaway from that is the tributaries, as they've implemented them here as an abruptly closed on feature in Crusader, they're not useful at all. They don't have any of the durability and transparency that you get out of subordinate states in any of the other titles. All of your political connections in Crusader Kings are very ephemeral, very fragile, very not actually existent. This is used to enable wackiness that tends to instead decay into busy work. Take various strata game systems and make them hilariously inconvenient to interact with and just unpleasant to look at. We can at least spend the final years going through the motions of establishing a new reign of terror. At all times, in all worlds, we can rely on snakes. Plotting to disrupt the government is rebellion in the future. Rebellion of the mind. Well, it is done. 228,000 points. Wise, scholarly, able priest-haters. $700. With the occasional unfaithful fat hammer. Export has been pretty non-functional for years now. It almost worked when it was released. Crusades. Wizards.